What is going on, brothers and sisters? Welcome back to Settlement Survival. I'm very excited to get back into this with you all. I hope you all enjoy this as it's going. Please let me know down in the comments how your games are going as well. I would love to hear how everyone's starts are going and see how different everybody is doing compared to myself and everyone around. So please let us know how you're doing. As far as I'm doing, we got ourselves our first livestock right here. So let's click this. We got an alpaca. It's a fake llama, okay? Don't listen to them. So in here, we don't have any workers available. We're all like out of people here. So I'm going to set up our alpacas and I'm just gonna drop some people. So we've got plenty of water. So obviously I don't need 2 people here. So we're gonna drop 1. Put Astrid over here into the alpaca farm. And I've got 1 person working here. These seem to be decent enough. We've got 4 now. I think the 2 was fine with our blacks. You can see we're still doing pretty decent on food, so I do want to start maybe pickling that. I think that might be a decent play. We've got some extra housing available. You can see these are empty. It's all right. I'm just being proactive here, so we got that working for us. These guys are planting some seeds here, which is fantastic. Fell trees. So like for now, like I'm just going to set it to not fell trees for the moment and just plant them. I'm not too worried about the tree situation at the moment because I can just cut all this down right here, and I'll probably actually, even speaking of cutting, why don't we just fell this section of trees here, because we're gonna have to get rid of them eventually anyways, and it'll probably be the same for some of these around here too. So we've got our alpacas going. You can see it's beautiful, and I'm pretty sure they even start procreating somehow with just 1. I don't know how. So you can see here and have a start slaughter at a certain number. We'll leave it at 6. I think that's probably a fine number. I don't know why when I did the stream, it started at 7. So apparently it changes its mind every now and then. I'm also just going to do some gathering down here. I want to hit these because I want to find more seeds. So I want to make sure we have everything available that we can always have. And I don't think those hot spots like reappear for certain things. Like I don't think... I think it might tell you where babies are for the creatures, but that might be it. I'm not even sure if that's a thing, like if it's just a one and done kind of deal. If it is, that's fine. I just want to know. Oh, here's an event though. Look at this thing. Look at this goofy bastard. So I wish I could change the camera angle so I could like get a good picture of this tree, but it's like, look at this. Bam, picture. So if you click this, it's an actual event. So this area is unusually fertile, and perhaps it's an unusual tree that's grown on this spot. It seems that the surrounding trees are affected by its growth. Will you cut down the unusual tree or transplant it? Cut it down! A significant amount of wood has been obtained for this tree, but because the ecosystem was damaged, it's caused the trees in the settlement to grow slower. Oh no! 97. That's not even a substantial amount. I was curious to see how much I would get. I did it during the live stream, and it makes your trees grow faster. And I was just curious to see how much you would get for chopping that tree down. I wonder if it changes over time. But if it doesn't, like 97, that was not a lot. That was a bad roll. I've killed people for less. So let's see. That's a good farm spot. There's a lot of good spots over here. But in order to get across the rivers, we got to build bridges. Not a big deal. You can see bridges, they just cost wood and stone. So, you know, I might as well even just open it up. Each side should have more than 2 grids of land. So... I'm going to do it on this main path here. So like this. Like bridge of 18. Not bad. Not too shabby. We'll just get a bridge down. We'll just have it that way. If I want to grab all this stuff, we can. It's no big deal. And we'll just to show that's not a big deal, let's throw some roads down here. Just like this. Excellent. Bridge, please. Not letting me do it. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just leave it as it is. Everything is fine. I'm not mad. You're mad. So everything looks fine. Getting some more people. So you can see right here, we've got, what is that? 42, 44 people. So we're almost at the 50 to start building the town hall. Speaking of people though, let's build a school. Oh wait, that's what we did. We have a school. Duh, I did it already. So we've got 2 out of 15 students. We don't have to worry about the output. So we can just kind of leave this as it is. Let's build the Research Institute. This can generate a large amount of tech XP and use paper to increase the output if we get to that point. I think I'm going to throw this down. Over here is not a bad spot. Why don't we just plop it right near the edge here? Eventually, we'll upgrade this road. How's my stone? We actually do have a fair bit of stone. Let's drop stones down. Pave stone roads, stone floor that can be built under buildings. I don't know what the point of that is. If I just take this across and I actually just do this, did I not have enough stone for that? I might not have. Stone ground. Let's just do the main road here. Oh, look at that. 134. A lot of stone. I'm going to do it though. We'll do the main road. So you can see here the dirt road increases travel speed by 25%. Traffic quality of nearby citizen rises by 1%. And this will be 50% or by raises to one level 1. And that's the same for this, but we get 25% more movement speed. So we'll work on that. That seems pretty decent in my book. So as for the rest of the stuff in here, we will get the town hall down, but I do need to get some more stone. So let's just head our boys out this way. We don't have any laborers, so we're going to have to work on that. But let's grab these stone bits here. That's iron. I'm going to hold off on that for a moment because we've got plenty. And I'm just going to have them set to grab this stone and that stone. That's all the stone now. That's on this side of the land. We've obviously got stone over here. We'll get there. Very upset that I can't get a double wide here. I wonder if it's because I have moved the road. Let me remove this. Each side of the bridge should have more than 2 grids of land. Oh, is it because the tree's in the way? Oh, there we go. It worked that time. I don't know why it wasn't working the first time. I was trying to go that way. I don't know. That's fine though. I want that there. That's the first bridge I've built. Well done, guys. You're doing great. So how's our alpacas doing? We still only have the 1. And we've got new tech points available. Let's take a look at the tree. I think the next I'm going to work towards is a quarry here because we can get stone out of this. It's unremovable once we plop one down though. So we got to be mindful of that. Once it's there forever. And I want to maybe find a spot where, well, I did want to find a spot where it was good ground, but it looks like there's none. I thought we had a gold spot right here. So, but I don't know if this is like there's actual gold there, but I don't know if it's like worthwhile to place one of these down. So I'm going to forego that for the time being because I'm really not sure, to be honest. And do I even want to just place it out here and call it good? Nah, let's build it back here. Yeah, so I'm going to plop it over here a little bit away from the rocks. So that way it doesn't interfere with the future mines we're going to plop in there. There we go. That'll work out for us. And I'll just grab some dirt roads here. So I'm just going to plop a road down like this, I think. Make sure I'm not getting all squiggly lined on me. And I think something like this will be fine. If anything, I can move the roads as we get further down the line. And so we got a research center. I don't think I want to assign workers here just yet. I just want to have it down so we can generate more tech as we need it. It'll be large amounts of tech. Right now, I don't need it, so I don't want to expend the people because I don't have people. So let's plop down our town hall now. I'll put it next to the research station here, I suppose. Yeah, might as well. I don't think this is going to interfere with any of these buildings that we'll eventually do here. Wood's a little scarce at the moment, but it's doing fine. You can see our trees are starting to grow in, which is great. I feel like the tree production to choppy is not adequate enough because like I even have it turned off. Like if I was felling trees, I mean, where would we be, right? And maybe I want to go and get our first quarry because maybe I feel like I might want to step away from making fuel and just mine it. It might be better for us. Let me see. So coal can be used directly for house heating or processed to refine fuel. Like, I don't know if they'll use less. I wish you could see like a ratio of like how much coal, like what are the joules a coal produces compared to like a domestic fuel? Like how much do we get out of that fuel? If I like looked at this stuff, I can't see like anything in here about the housing needs. I wish there was the numbers. So like you could theorycraft, be like, okay, well, it's actually better if I just use wood and get it down, but it's non-renewable. So maybe not. I should put a latrine down. This actually fits right here. That's perfect. We'll put a latrine in. It does have to be manned for whatever reason. No idea. No idea why. I do want some more people. So if these kids could kind of grow up and stop being shitty, that'd be fantastic. Be great. Carry on. Please be useful. We have some new livestock acquired over here. We've a goose. We've got ourselves a goosey goose. So why don't we make a small little pasture for it maybe? Actually, do I care about the goose? The goose will give me goose feathers. I feel like I get more out of this in the long run. So for now, we're going to abstain from the goose. Also, I'm not sure why, but it didn't look like we grew any crops this year. I also just set it to upgrade because I was very confused as to what was happening. So trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out where all the people are. I feel like they might be out harvesting. Maybe building this. Not sure. Not sure, honestly. I think I'm going to activate this technology right here. Automatically deliver food, water, and fuels to nearby citizens. So it's just like an extra little thing that they'll start to do. And then I'm going to save the point. But maybe something that might be nice later is baskets made from reeds when we start a reed farm. Or even upgrading to warehouses because they have greater storage capacity. Or transfer stations, which can move things between warehouses once we get a little more expansion. I'm also still thinking about this food processing, but we just don't have people right now. Like once my fields are back up, everyone's going to be all clogged up and busy. So just right now, while these are all shut down, everyone's out gathering stuff. So they're gathering all the rocks we talked about. You can see, I think they're all cleaned up now. I think they're all cleaned up. So like everyone's taking a break at home and they're going to be starting to work on the fields. I think the quarry is almost done being built. So that's looking pretty good. And yeah, we're really coming along. We need to get some people in. So we've got some immigrants coming in this year. So we will accept them. I've only got one extra house here though. So I'm going to be proactive and build a few more houses. So I'm just going to throw one of these down like that. And I could also put an interim house down, which will house some people temporarily. I'll think about it. I'm not going to put it down just yet, but it'll be there. But it does stop all procreation. So it's something to put down so you don't have to worry about housing for immigrants when they first come. But if you use it as a crutch and you kind of forget about it, it could hurt you in the long run. So this is looking pretty good. I'm waiting for this to be complete though. Prioritize. I could have sworn I hit prioritize on that. Hit prioritize here. So now I need to tell this to make things again. I'm also going to plop this to 4 people. And we're going to go with pumpkin feet. Oh, we've got beans now. 18 per grid. It's actually the same as the pumpkin seeds. Harvest period is 80 days. This is a harvest period of 125 days, so that could work out better for us. So let's do that. Fertilizer, yes, if it's available. And we'll throw that down. I want this to hurry up so I can make sure we're harvesting that. We still only have 1 alpaca, which is very sad. He's very lonely in there. Fuel's low. A new seed acquired. What did we get? Lettuce? What did we get? Was it this? Did we get the oat seed? Did we not have the oat seed? Oh, no, it was the beans. I'm stupid. That's what I just got. We got a new tech point. I've only got 2 workers, and they're going to be the ones that work this field here in a second. I'm probably going to take these guys down by 1. And I'm going to take you down by 1 as well. So that way I just have a couple more field workers. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually cut them off. I just told the max. There we go. They were cut off. I don't know where that worker went, though. Definitely cut them off. This is still fine. Water says it's on the low, but it's probably honestly not. It's probably just doing fine. Ores are getting low. We need to start making tools because that's how they can do work more productively. 2 births occurred last season, so we're at the 50 people now. So let's go I'm not going to use fertilizer on this. I don't have any yet, but even if we did, I just want to make sure I'm not using it. And let me see. Can I see raw materials, textile? So I've got like 1,800. We're getting a good stockpile. I'm going to keep going for another season or two, but then I might switch over to different foods. This, put 2 on here. I don't know if we'll get that seasoning, but we've got some food going. The immigrants this year will help us a lot. So with this, we can now add a town administrator. So let's hit the add button here. So we get to select our town administrator. So we can have Abel, the fastest worker in town. It only takes him 1 month to go around the town carrying a bucket of water. Movement speed plus 10%, or we can work on the ranch for many years and is very knowledgeable, raising and breeding livestock and poultry, hoping to pass on knowledge to everyone. So we can get yields 10%. It sounds nice, but I honestly think I want to get every citizen's movement speed up by 10%. So that's going to be perpetual. Now, if we want to reappoint, reappoint, I don't know how this works. But I've always been way too broke for it. This is the money you start off with, and you can use it real quick. So be careful. So hopefully we might get that. What does this do? 10 years. So he'll be there for almost 15 years. So after 15 years, we would be able to reappoint and change that buff out. So time will tell how well that'll do for us, but we'll see. I'm not too keen on it, but I like that 10% movement speed because especially just moving around here, it'll keep them busy and moving fast and furiously. I think the next thing I want to get working towards is a reservoir. So we're going to need a sand pit for this. So sand and clay is very important in the game. So let's go with sand mining here and we'll add this. And then I'm also just going to grab it now. So don't forget, I'm going to grab the reservoir. So the reservoir can produce a large amount of water for better options than what the well could. So I can put that down over here and we can start doing that. And I can just delete out this well or leave it for aesthetics for now and just leave it unemployed. So all of that'll be pretty good. Again, not too worried about this just yet. We've got no people available. I don't know where the other person went. They were working, I thought. They definitely were. It must have been something I put down. Is people working in here? No. Well, there is 2 people working in here. So let's just set this to stone. I do want to start getting stone yields. And these guys are working hard. I do need to increase that, but that'll help when the immigrants come. Again, chopping is going well. Everything's pretty decent. We do need to put a smithy down. So smithy is going to be one of the next things as well. And this will all be working well. Ooh, look, we got a new baby in there. You can see we got 2 now. So these should start breeding. And now we'll start producing alpaca wool and more dried animal dung. Some citizens have no tools and yep. So we'll build it now. So we got the reservoir on the sand pit. I'm going to plop a sand pit down. Just going to build it. Oh, this gets attached to the waterways over here. So like this. So I'll put the sand pit here. That'll look good. Grab some dirt roads. Again, double roads. Yep, citizens have no tools. It's all right. We'll work on it. We'll get there. And let's go here. So let's throw down the smithy. Again, very cheap. I'm going to plop it over here. This will be my mining town, I think. So I'm going to plop the smithy here. Yeah, I'll plop the smithy there. And I'm even going to get a little proactive. Let's go back to the technology tree. Let's go to logistics. Let's grab warehousing. And let's go over here and let's get a warehouse. So this will be 60 wood. I'm going to need to get some more wood. Iron's getting a little low as well, but this will be better off in the long run here. So I'm going to plop this down here like so. Grab some dirt roads like we've been doing. Again, I'm just going to do a little 2x2. Just surround this thing. And then we'll be building into these walls here to get iron eventually and some other things. And this will be a good little hub. And so this will all transport nicely down here. We do have a fair bit of stone. So why don't we also update this road to stone? Immigrants are on the way. Don't worry, you guys will get your tools soon. So I'm hoping, I want to see how these peas harvest. We're harvesting, is it 90% towards the end of harvesting or on its way to harvesting? We're like so far behind that. this storage is just too far. Like, should I make one storage like really close to you guys? I'm gonna watch this. Look at this random event. I just saw this thing saying the traveling merchant is here. When I clicked him, traveling merchant has come to the settlement, slowly pushing his cart around. If you pay him some silver coins, he'll offer you some goods that you have never seen, but of unknown value. Let's do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. After smoothly trading with the traveling merchant, some exquisite food were obtained. The merchant left greatly satisfied. So we got 451 tofus. Which is it fancy? Where's the tofus? I don't even see it in the listing here. It must be somewhere else. Interesting. So September's arrived, 0 births in the last season, which is unfortunate. We've got 11 students, 17 kids, and 26 adults. So soon these students will be leveling up and becoming, you know, plenty of hardworking citizens, which will be great. We need a big boost. We're also going to get a big boost from these immigrants that we get here in just a moment. We'll see them here in just a second. It's going to be fantastic. And I wasn't paying attention to again. So harvesting, it's at, so I realize how it's kind of working. So it's telling me the percentage left to harvest before the season changes. And can I see how many days left of harvesting? I don't see it. No. Sowing season's March. That's all I know. And I know I have 120 days. So I don't know if it's like here-ish. But you can also see down here, this one's a little closer. So we'll see. It's doing pretty well. With 4 people, it's definitely getting the job done. So this is good. This is good stuff. These guys, they're also getting a little bit of foods. Mostly for them, I'm just happy if they get us some seeds. It's not as likely, but it's passive. So that's kind of the point to them, is hopefully find some more seeds. And of course, with our hunters, hopefully finding us some more animals to add to our pastures or changing them out. Right now, I could do goose or alpacas. We're going to keep with the alpacas. Reserve fuel's low. The reserve fuel's always low. These guys are hoarding them in their house. I don't know what to tell them. Happiness is something I want to be working on towards too. Proper burial is at 0%. We could actually just build a cemetery. We have like no wood though, because I have no people to chop down trees. I'm literally waiting on immigrants. And it says 0 right now. Come on, guys. I need you. Help me. Help me. Help you. Help me. Help you. And we're probably going to go through a big thing, because obviously you can actually see our beverages are pretty low. And we're going to need to get these sand pits going. I'm going to just use 1 for the time being. And what I'm going to do is increase them. I'm going to get some sand. I'm going to grab some clay, and then I'll get what we need so we can build. Where is it? 3 water, so I can build us a reservoir. So I'm going to need 30 sand and 30 clay. So, and this will just go right over here. I'll plop it down now. Oh, that's funny, because I definitely told this to build some roads, I thought. Thought I did. So we got that. Still waiting on the immies. Come on, buddies. Give me those sweet, beautiful immigrants. Help us out, bub. Help us out, because our kids are not growing up fast enough for us. All right, the immigrants have arrived. One says it is freezing. I don't think I'm going to have enough housing, but we need them to build their own houses anyway. So we're going to gladly accept them. We can get 11. That's a lot, actually. 26 to 37 adults. We've got 11 laborers. They're going to go around and help chop down these trees. I've had them labeled up to gobble up. We'll get some more housing. I'm going to actually have to do some extra housing here, I believe. So let me do a couple extra roads. I'm just going to do something like this. Maybe closer to this house, like that. Yep. We only need this to be 1 wide. They're just homes. And I'm going to go housing, housing, housing. And I might even want to do an interim housing just to, you know, assist with all the extra peoples that we will eventually have during our lifetimes. And I think I'll put it next to the quarry, because what says assisted living? Like living next to the quarry without a dirt road. Who knows how long that'll stay. But I'm actually going to put a prioritization on this, and then I'll speed up the time. So that way all of these can be working just fine. I'm also going to put a worker on our smithy. I'm going to put a worker in here that they've already there. So I'm going to get some sand. Once I get 30, I'll switch to clay and then get this built up, which it'll be great. It's going to be fantastic. And guys, if you're loving Settlement Survival, like I always keep saying, make sure you're hitting that like button down below. Leave me comments. Let me know how your games are going. And make sure you're always subscribed so you can be back here for that sweet Shabby content, whether it's a continuation of this lovely series or for all the other great games we're playing right now. Next, I want to start automating some mining. So I'm going to grab the mining tab here. We're going to activate that. We're going to come over to our build. That's not my build. What's that? E? Guess that brings me over there to that building. Cool. So we're going to build ourselves a mine, and these go inside the rocks. So I realized that these might not actually be as good as I thought they were, because I forget that you can't like soft turn these things at like diagonal arrows. So you have to get these in the right way. Is this going to count? That did count. Oh, thank heavens. Because you can see here there's a lot of red. That means it can't be placed there. And so like even something like that I wouldn't be able to do, because look, there's one red square on either side and it's just not going to work. I could put one here. So I might actually delete all those houses and put this here. I didn't realize how big these were. But if not, I mean, I've got all these other spaces too, so we'll see how I want to do this eventually. But I can get one. No, I can't even get it here. I think I can get one more. No, not there either. Right there. I can get one there, and that means I can probably get one on the other side here too. Yeah, and that actually fits in there quite nicely. So I'll probably do one of those like that eventually. Keep an eye on all these. I'm going to get this working here for clay. So now we've got both of these working. I'm just going to assign one worker to each of those. One's fine. We're not going to need a lot of it. So, and I'm going to switch this to clay just for the moment, just so that I'm getting double clay so we can finish this up. And you can see here, I had them just clearing out the rocks here. I've got a big cemetery going on. I think it's the biggest possible that you could do a 20 by 20. That way I don't have to do anything with this. We'll let it sit here forever, hopefully, and see how well it goes. I'm making use of our little bit of our laborers that we do have left. Our students are slowly growing up as well. You can see we have 15 out of 32. So 32, that seems a little low. I don't think that's low. That sounds right. It sounds low. I don't know. So we're working on that. And once I get the reservoir up, that'll solve all of our beverage issues right now. It says we're low, but we're not like super low. We're in a bad spot, but we're not in a terrible spot, right? Let's just put it that way. So we got that going for us, and so that's doing fine. Once this comes up, I'll stop this. We'll move the two workers into this, and they'll be moving more effectively, so it's going to work out okay. And we'll get some iron starting in here. I might just put one in there for now, just so it's passive. We've got a little bit, but it's not a lot. And it's the same with the wood. I think I need to put a new one of these down because, well, actually, I've got them tuned down a bit, so we'll probably put some extra people back here, at least 2 for now. You can see we've got some trees, and I can do some deforestation up here too, even down here or over here, and start working on these kind of expansions. So we'll just kind of see where the game takes us right now. But all right, we're going to wrap this up here. I think everything's looking good so far. I probably want to get some sort of market upgrade going. We've got, this is a latrine. It's not operating right now. It's fine. It's just whatever at the moment. We don't need to tie up a person into this. Where did my other worker go? We've got a lot of builders. Let's take out some builders. So I'm going to tune out my builders cabin to 4. Or to 2, I mean. Let them work as laborers for a little bit. These guys will keep doing this, but I want my laborers out here grabbing the little bits of rocks and stuff like that. So we're topped off and doing just fine on all of these items here. That way there's not a rush or anything for all my automations. We're just good to go, and everything's just kind of sitting around waiting. Once all these are gone, obviously, big rush. Make sure automation is critical. All right, brothers and sisters, I'm going to wrap up here. So as usual, I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.